The Wheel of Time Season 3 finale delivers a gripping, high-stakes climax that intertwines long-simmering plot threads and sets the stage for an even greater conflict to come. As the lines between light and shadow grow sharper, and the personal journeys of our heroes veer into their most dangerous territory yet, the world of the Wheel spins ever closer to chaos. Rand al'Thor, played with brooding tension by Joshua Stradowski, finally steps into the identity of the Dragon Reborn in a bold, defiant declaration, but his path to becoming the Karakan, the chief of chiefs among the Aiel, is not without peril. In the harsh, unforgiving landscape of the Aiel Waste, Rand seeks to fulfill prophecy by surviving the trials of Ruidian, a sacred, hidden city. There, he emerges scarred with the twin dragons upon his arms and burdened with the truth of the Aiel's ancient past. The knowledge he gains is more than a rite of passage, it is a key to his identity, and the legacy he must carry. Yet even with this rite completed, Rand faces a challenge he did not anticipate. Couladin, a fierce warrior from the Shaido Aiel, also bears dragon markings, thanks to the manipulations of the Forsaken Lanfear, portrayed with deadly allure by Natasha O'Keeffe. As the Aiel gather to witness Rand's proclamation, the legitimacy of his claim is thrown into doubt, the clans divided by skepticism and tradition. Rand, recognizing that words and symbols are not enough, chooses to reveal the painful truth of the Aiel's origin. Once followers of the Way of the Leaf, they were peaceful, non-violent people, and the warrior culture they now embrace is far from their roots. This revelation shakes the very foundation of the Aiel's identity, a cultural bombshell that threatens to fracture their unity. Yet Rand's courage in unveiling the truth, along with his demonstration of the one power to bring rain to the parched waste, convinces many of the Aiel to kneel. It is not a unanimous acceptance, but it is a beginning, one born from honesty, pain, and purpose. Meanwhile, Moiraine Damodred, ever the fierce protector of the light and played with gravitas by Rosamund Pike, grapples with a foreseen death foretold during her own journey into Ruidian. In visions of countless futures, one thread remained constant: Rand lives, and she dies. This knowledge propels her to prepare for a final confrontation with Lanfear, the most volatile and emotionally complex of the Forsaken, who now feels spurned by Rand's rejection and turns her fury against Moiraine. As Rand stands before the Aiel, asserting his claim and trying to unite a fractured people, Moiraine sets her trap. The duel between her and Lanfear is a clash of ideologies as much as strength, order and chaos, determination and desire. Wielding Lan's blade with fatal precision, Moiraine slashes Lanfear's throat, a near-fatal blow that sends the Forsaken fleeing through a portal, her fate uncertain, her vengeance likely delayed but far from quenched. Moiraine, pierced by her enemy's counterattack, collapses in Lan's arms, the bond between Warder and Aes Sedai tested but not broken. Her survival is uncertain, yet her eyes remain open, her will unbroken, and the vision she saw in Ruidian possibly left unrealized, teasing the audience with hope that her fate may yet be altered. As these threads unfold in the waste, other heroes face their own crucibles. Egwene Ulvere, Madeline Madden, now stronger and more determined than ever, plays a pivotal role in helping Rand sever the emotional chains Lanfear had wrapped around him. Her inner strength and quick thinking free the Dragon Reborn from the seductive entrapments of the Shadow. Elsewhere, Nynaeve Almira, Zoe Robbins, Elaine Trackand, Sarah Coveney, and Matt Cawthon, Donal Finn, continue their pursuit of Liandrin, Kate Fleetwood, the treacherous Aes Sedai now firmly in service to the Dark. Their path takes them through the dangerous city of Tanchico, where shadows gather and truths are twisted. Each of them is tested. Nynaeve's struggle with her powers remains visceral and raw, Elaine's political legacy looms over every choice she makes, and Matt, ever the reluctant hero, finds himself pulled deeper into a war he doesn't want but cannot escape. Their alliance is uneasy, but necessity binds them. After the emotional and action-packed penultimate episode that centered on Perrin Ibarra, Marcus Rutherford, and the brutal battle in the Two Rivers, the focus shifts back to the rest of the ensemble. Perrin's arc adds another emotional layer, as his connection to the wolves and his internal battle between man and beast continues to evolve. The siege of the Two Rivers forces him to confront the harsh consequences of war and the weight of leadership. This finale is not a series of victories, but a mosaic of hard-earned survival, compromise, and looming dread. Every character emerges scarred, physically, emotionally, spiritually. The wheel weaves as the wheel wills, but the threads it chooses to spin are tangled with grief, determination, betrayal, and reluctant heroism. The Forsaken continue to rise, with more yet to be revealed, each a looming storm cloud on the horizon. With Lanfear wounded but not dead, and Couladin now leading the Shaido Ale in opposition to Rand, the seeds of a larger conflict have been planted. Moiraine's survival, while miraculous, may come at a cost yet to be understood. Rand's claim to the Corey Khan title is accepted by some but contested by others, ensuring that the Ale will remain divided, a fracture that could be exploited by the Shadow. Egwene, Nynaeve, Elaine, Mat, and Perrin each carry burdens that will only grow heavier, their friendships tested, their morals bent, and their destinies forced into alignment with the rising tide of darkness. The White Tower, too, simmers with unrest, the cracks in its unity deepening as political tensions and moral quandaries rise. As Season 3 closes, the Wheel of Time continues to build toward an epic confrontation not just between light and shadow, but between tradition and truth, duty and desire, prophecy and free will. The finale doesn't end with a clear victory, it ends with choices made, paths opened, and wars yet to come. It ends with the Ale divided, the Forsaken regrouping, and Rand's journey far from complete. It ends with Moiraine blooded but breathing, Lan ever faithful, and the world trembling under the weight of what is coming. In its closing moments, Season 3 reminds us that destiny may be foretold, but it is never easy, and the cost of salvation is paid in blood, belief, and betrayal. The great game has only just begun. And as the wheel turns, the next age looms, an age where our heroes must become legends or be lost to history forever.